integrate that with Oniro in the Yocto build. In 2023, so this year, we changed a little bit of the strategy of the focus of the group. So we have been embracing OpenHarmony a lot more. So instead of doing our own build system with Yocto, we embraced using OpenHarmony directly and only doing a particular enhancement on the system, to building a full vertical solution instead of aiming just for a horizontal approach. So one of these enhancements we have been doing is towards rich graphics support for applications as well as ecosystem and so on. This is basically Oniro kind of needs that are we can use for the different use cases the Oniro platform could be used for. So some of the things we selected at that point have been Yocto as a build system, Linux obviously as a kernel, Zephyr as an RTOS system. We built from ground up an IP2 chain. We set up rules and guidelines and all the policies for maintenance, for over-the-air updates. We worked on blueprints. This basically means like bringing proof of concepts to a specific level that partners can take on. And we took OpenHarmony, I will come to that later again, and took that from China and took all the different components in OpenHarmony and tried to integrate that with Oniro in the Yocto build. In 2023, so this year, we changed a little bit of the strategy of the focus of the group. So we have been embracing OpenHarmony a lot more. So instead of doing our own build system with Yocto, we embraced using OpenHarmony directly and only doing a particular enhancement on the system, to building a full vertical solution instead of aiming just for a horizontal approach. So one of these enhancements we have been doing is towards rich graphics support for applications as well as ecosystem and so on. This is basically the segue going over to the graphical part, OpenHarmony and the ArcUI, where we have where we can see OpenHarmony is a project that is developed on Gitti at the Eclipse Foundation in China. They have different system types, basically standard, small, and light. So you have standard, which is run in Linux. Small could be an RTOS or it could be Linux, and light is always an RTOS system. So there you can see there's a multi-kernel approach for that. It has quite a few distributed capabilities for distributed data management, for like scheduling and so on. So basically you can form a network of devices within your home or in an industry, in a factory or something like that, and they would share computing resources and all these kind of things. So what we're doing right now, if you listen in and you're wondering what is the difference between OpenHarmony and Oniro and all these kind of things. So basically the Eclipse Oniro project is the sister project of OpenHarmony, and we try to bring all the resources over to Europe basically to work on it. So what we did over the last couple of weeks have been to do a full mirror of all the OpenHarmony repositories and everything, bring that over to GitHub in an Eclipse Foundation organization. So we can build it now here and everything, so we don't need to wait to get all the data from China and have like a way of like contributing back here as well. And one of these things to contribute back is actually the React Native support Julius and Caspar will talk about. So in terms of the graphical pipeline, the graphical framework we are having in place in OpenHarmony already, this is ArcUI. It's a default development framework for OpenHarmony. It has kind of native performance thanks to the Arc language and the compiler runtime. That would be a completely separate talk, right? What Arc is and what it really does. But basically, ArcUI supports two different types of workflows for developers. So one would be the web-like workflow, the web-like development paradigm you might know with JavaScript and all these things. And then there's the declarative development paradigm, which also is supported by ArcUI. And basically that means you have two types here. We have ArcTS with Arc TypeScript and ArcJS for Arc JavaScript. And as you can see here, they have like different approaches for what kind of needs they are catering, right? One is for like a web developer that comes and wants to do an application, is a smaller team basically, and it's a kind of a simple application. In this case, ArcJS is like a good target point, and where we would just get started if you have JavaScript and CSS experience and so on. If you want to go and have like a bigger team, want to do a really big application with all kind of back-end infrastructure and so on, like really a lot of communication going back and forth, and you need more support there, then something like ArcTS might be interesting for you. It's had a better performance. It's a superset with enhanced TS is like a superset of the TypeScript language. It has type checking as compile time, and the target is really like complex applications and normally working in a bigger team to distribute the workload on different people, basically. As I said, this is just in a nutshell what's going on the OpenHarmony and Oniro side.